Hey, everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking a budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com, also on TLBTV, which is the Little Beacon TV network. You can also check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen to the audio version on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and also watch the interview on YouTube as well. So you can just catch the Mike Wagner Show anywhere and take us with you. And by the way, as I do introduce the guests as well, too, given a great introduction. And by the way, my name is Mike Wagner, and I am basically interviewing Mike Wagner, which is me, by the way. This is my studio right here, and it's in the works right now. I'll be hosting a sports show sometime soon. Also looking at another program called The Mind of Mike Wagner, and it's also going to be a lot of fun. I'd like to thank everybody for allowing me to be part of TLB TV, by the way. So we'll be having some great guests and interesting conversations. We're working on that right now. But for right now, you're going to be, hearing from me as well, too, for about a half hour or something like that. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time and everything else. And about me, if you're wondering, of course, I've been in radio since 1982. I started when I was 18, graduated high school in general studies. Basically just taking all your required classes. I did some writing, journalism, and mainly I was into sports writing and everything else too. So I covered a lot of sports. I was assistant sports editor at one time. Then I went over to Harper College and went over to take up computers as well too, because they say that, hey, computers is the way to go. You can make some money. And of course, back then, 82, the big ones were BASIC, COBOL, Fortran, and that stuff is just so basic these days. So, and I also took up a little bit of writing as well, too, since they didn't have journalism over at Harper College. That's in Palatine, Illinois, by the way. And also, I also got interested in WHCM radio, which is the fact that I stopped the booth to check out what's there, fill out an application. And for some reason, it was like a little bug that just came down and just bit me just somewhere and said, well, you're in radio right now, so welcome aboard. So I just got into on-air work, and I also did some news, sports, and helped out with programming and everything else. And I covered some sports as well, too, for their school paper. And I went on to Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, spent the rest of my 2 years living there, majored in radio and TV, and did a little bit of public relations and advertising. And so I just got myself involved with WSIU, WIDB, Southern Illinois Media Services, and quite a few outlets, kept myself occupied, did some voiceover work. And I came back up to Chicago area and started work at WRMN, WJKL, stayed there for 4 years and basically did the same thing, and then moved on to WKTA, WNVR in the early 90s up in near suburban Chicago, close to the border. And that's where I was up in Northbrook and did a lot of things. And I also did some other jobs too, just to support as well. And I also did some mobile DJing. I was an emcee, and I also did some entertaining on the side. And I later did some conference work, which involved in audio visual, conference centers, meeting rooms, and everything else. And took up some management positions. And then I later ended up, getting back into radio through an academy in Arlington Heights, which is over by the racetrack. And I did that for 8 years and did some theater, public address for their basketball team, which was a lot of fun, by the way. And after that, I was on the verge of getting laid off or cut due to budget cuts. I got back in radio at the urging, got into voiceover work. I did some work in Milwaukee for some real estate companies. And I also did some work at WRLR doing play-by-play, sports, and whatever else by the Wisconsin Illinois board. And then I got called by an Arizona consulting firm to come out to KDKT in Beulah, which I did some consulting over there for 3 years. And then I later joined KFYR. So you can also catch me playing the greatest songs of all time every weekend, every Saturday, 6 to 10 a.m., and also Sundays, 2 to 6. I also run sports there and also cover some other stations. So basically that's about me. And before we get into some of the music I love growing up with, and also hope you get to know me better, you're listening to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking a budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can also check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, watch the interview on YouTube as well. You can also catch this fine program on TLB TV, which is the Liberty Beacon TV network as well. So if you're wondering how I got interested in radio, is a fact that started at a pretty young age, just subconsciously, that my mom and dad in Wisconsin snuck a little transistor radio right by my bed, putting the Green Bay Packers on WTMJ. So I got hooked on football that way, and I later graduated to a weather radio, which you got to look at the dial and everything else, find out what weather it is. You can catch all kinds of news on there, music, say from St. Louis, Twin Cities, and Des Moines, all the way down to Dallas, Denver, and also Omaha. Go to Cleveland, Boston, and New York, and also I caught WSM in Nashville. It's one of my favorites. So I picked up some of that, and with just some of the music I listened to a lot. It's like you had Neil Diamond, you had the Fat Four, the Stones, and just many other groups. REO Speedwagon went to their first concert in 1980, and some of my friends were in the Styx, and I later got into Genesis, Van Halen, Rush, and I mean the list just goes on and on and on about music. So if there's a way we could do a live call-in, you guys can ask questions as well too. I'll be happy to answer. And of course, we encourage you to go to the comment section and ask some music to listen to and what the influences, everything else. So, and I watched a little bit of TV as well too, and watched some game shows like Match Game, Family Feud, and Wheel of Fortune. That was one of my favorites. Jeopardy, and also the Sunday night at the movies on NBC with Columbo and McMillan and Wife, and whatever else. And I've also watched cartoons. I'm a cartoon fanatic. Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, Tweety, Sylvester, Tom and Jerry, Tennessee Tuxedo. Oh my gosh! I mean, the list just goes on and on. Scooby-Doo, and by the way, I've got a little book up here called Snoopy's Philosophy, which my daughter gave me for my birthday one year, and I can just read that as well too. It's by Charles Schultz, and it also content says on holding your tongue. So I think this pretty much explains everything. So you got the little guy right there, and then you also have let's see, yeah, I guess I better keep quiet. Not much else to do, so you've got that. And of course, I grew up, watching Charlie Brown. He was on Expectations. So, yeah, makes me think of Carly Simon song, just Anticipation, making me wait. So we just got some of that. And I can also thumb through. It says, a watch supper dish never fails. So one of the lessons I learned basically is just you have to go out there and get things yourself. I mean, it's not going to fill itself. It's not going to clean itself up, or it's just not just anything else. So I guess I saw a thing on anxiety. It says that little bug lives in a world all its own. So if you can just read along, and I think I can read too, and I'm going to try to read backwards. It says he doesn't know anything about atmospheric testing, strikes, farm problems, medical care, education, or income tax. And that's some of the subjects I plan on talking about as well too, with our current country and everything else. And all the bug has to worry about is being stepped on. And the secret, reduce your worries to a minimum. Yes, so teaching you about some of that, and also teach you a little bit about the Bible, and read some scripture and everything else. So I'll be talking some sports and some business news, or news of the weird, or anything that's on your mind as well too. So what's going on in the country? We've got celebrities and whatever else. So I do have some computers as well too, and I've got my device here with me, so I got some of that, and could also just tell you what some of the weird news of the day. So we just punch that in, and we can just get that going too. So just a lot of stuff going on that's coming up on the Mike Wagner Show, which could evolve into From the Mind of Mike Wagner. And if you're wondering about guests, I've had Eddie Dees and Carl Gottlieb, and also Joe Alves from Jaws. He just had some amazing stories. And I also had Richard Karn from Home Improvement, and also I recently had Max Wasso. She was in a number of movies. Lisa London, a big baseball fanatic, and I'd be willing to talk baseball. And I was on with the Zigman as well, Ralph Tycho, talking baseball, and boy, he knows a lot. Even knows about Chicago Cubs, which, by the way, they're close to being in first place after a really bad start. They're finally hitting home runs, getting some great pitching, and I'm looking forward to them winning a World Series at Wrigley Field, and that's how I know the world will come to an end. I'll tell you that, for all you conspiracists out there. So we just have some really interesting stuff. We just go into a little bit of weirdos as well too. The source for all things bizarre and strange is from Huffington Post, and it says a firefighter recruitment ad touts low pay and cool helmets. So I don't know what that's from. It's from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. A Missouri county trying to reach new firefighters to gain real with a sales pitch, saying in signs posted outside the station that offers some jobs. And whoops, and I think I lost my connection there. So we're going to get back in just a minute here. So it says reports say that Scott County Rural Fire Department Protection Chief Jeremy Perrin says most ads are kind of boring, so he wants to add some humor to it and try to catch their attention. The fire district posted a picture of the helpline message on its Facebook page. They're short about 15 firefighters, rarely have a full staff. The recruitment ad comes as shortage among volunteer firefighters in the heartland. So I might do something interesting like that too. It's like, come up with some really cool ads and, whatever else. So that's some of the things I like to talk about and what's going on in the news. Of course, you had the Mueller report. There'd be a debate. Should it be released or should it not be released? So the question is, it's like, what? I mean, they're going to pry and pry and pry in it, and basically say it's Trump's business, and they could say too that also that yes, just let it out. I mean, either way, it's like my philosophy is someone builds a better mousetrap, someone builds a better mouse. Oh, and here's something from the Netherlands that I'm trying to get to it here. So I'll just tell you right here, a clever gorilla has figured out how to climb through an electric fence at Burger Zoo in the Netherlands without getting zapped. They don't serve burgers, by the way. Once on the other side, the young gorilla casually tapped on a glass, separating the enclosure from tourists, and say, hey, to the visitors on the other side. It's like, hey, guys, what's up? After wandering around what had been previously been a forbidden zone, the gorilla used his ninja skills to slide back through the fence in the same way without getting zapped. So I guess that's something you could just say is just rather clever as well, too. So, and of course, we're working on some phone lines to encourage some call-ins, and one day try live TLB TV, where I do encourage calls as well, too. I'd love to hear from you guys as well, too, on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. Also, Mike Wagner with via microphone, of course, or Snoopy character or whatever. I'm also on Facebook.com/Mike Wagner professional page, Mike Wagner KFYR, Mike Wagner voiceover, From the Mind of Mike Wagner, and I'm pretty much reachable. You can also reach me on Instagram at Mike Wagner Show, The Mike Wagner Show, Mike Wagner voiceover, and I'm looking to extend as well, too. And, here's something about a pizza restaurant. It was closed after employees put laxatives on pies. How do you like that? Laxative on pies, and yeah, it sounds like one crappy meal. And that was happening to a pizza restaurant in Springtown, Texas, had to close over the weekend after discovering that employees had put laxatives in at least one pie. On a Friday night, the Springtown Police Department got a call about possible food tampering at Mr. Jim's that was in town. Apparently, one of the employees posted on social media that they were putting Marilax, a brand of laxative, on pizzas. That's according to a Dallas TV station. Authorities said 3 employees admitted putting laxative on at least one pizza that ended up being eaten by a co-worker. And I guess you have to say investigators are going through a pretty crappy case at this time. So, or you could say, who gives a crap, I could say. All right, we'll get to more here. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking a budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and also seen on TLBTV, which is the Liberty Beacon TV network. You can also check our Facebook page at facebook.com/Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and live on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Watch the interview on YouTube as well, too. And if things go well, look for a new Facebook page, which could be the Mike Wagner Show on TLB TV or the Liberty Beacon TV network. And, of course, if I've done a lot of projects as well, too, this is not my only one. I've also done some audiobooks. I've done some gaming, and I've been on quite a few radio stations over the internet, especially overseas. And I also took on a couple other projects where I did some writing as well, too. So I'd probably say this is my favorite right now, just being on TLBTV, interviewing people on the Mike Wagner Show, playing your favorites and greatest songs of all time on KFYR. And, of course, it has some challenges as well, too, where the most challenging, where I was a mobile DJ, and I had to play at weddings, parties, reunions, and everything else. And I enjoyed it for 3 years. It was really good money. And one of the reasons why I left is because I just got burned out with grumpy grooms, bitchy brides, and chaotic kids. And, of course, you had frantic parents. And, of course, you had the drunk guests. And, it was nice, but I couldn't see myself doing like 40, 50, 60 years old, especially when you're 30s and raising a family. And that was one of the big reasons why I got out of the business for a little bit, is to raise a young family. My lovely wife, Serena, we've been married since 1991. I love you, honey, if you're watching out there. And also my 4 wonderful children, Sean, who's doing quite well in Chicago and doing some art projects. And my daughter, Sarah, who is in Bismarck, currently heading out to Portland to expand her music talents out there, which she's getting a lot of recognition. And my son, Steven, is about to graduate, and he's going to go to prep school to be a culinary chef, and looking forward to him being on a show and come up with a 7-course meal, filet mignon, yum, yum, yum. Maybe a little attached something. Lobster, I think he can have it. And speaking of seafood, my son Sam's a seafood fanatic, and he's into architecture and computers and everything else. So I've got some wonderful family that, one day I'll have them on, and you'll just love to get to meet and everything else. So, that's been my biggest challenge. I'd probably say my most memorable moment. I had a lot of memorable moments in interviewing great celebrities, but I do have to say one of my most memorable moment, and for all you people out there who are sensitive out there, you may want to cover your ears, but when I worked over at WKTA, I was basically behind the scenes where I basically ran the board, and I had to run a show for a foreign lady, and she barely spoke any English. She was blind, and I had to explain, had to wait, and says, this side, this song. It's like 10 seconds before a song ends, and I had to cue it up quick. And it was just frantic, and I couldn't understand what she said. But then one day where I filled in, and it was the same thing. But then it was a really hot day, and the studio was really hot. I mean, my gosh, it was, 90, 95 degrees, and she had one of those what do you call it? Those, not a blouse, but it's almost like a sweatshirt in a way with a zipper down. And then as she was doing the show, I noticed that the zipper was going down and down and down further. I know that a good portion of her bra was showing us. It's like, okay, is this an advertisement? And I asked, is it too hot in here for you? I know why. And I looked at, my eyes were like this. I go, yeah, I noticed. And then she looked up, and just zipped it up, and it's cracked up like crazy. She was beet red, and finally started speaking English, and everything went great afterwards. So it's the little things that you just pick up on, and had some other great moments too. And I just wanted to say I've just been blessed for nearly 30, 35 years being in business, and looking forward to more. And somebody asked, when am I going to retire? I do work a full-time job, by the way, which I've been just about all over the place in my years. I've been in data entry, did some warehousing, computers, and I also worked in retail, did some sales, and, worked some construction, concrete, insulation, and doing some cleaning and maintenance, and do some general labor. And right now it's just like, it's health insurance, pays the bills, and provides food for the family. Keep the lights on, just we have here, and keep the power going from my microphone. And of course, phones, you got to have phones to stay in touch with loved ones. So you got to have your phone too. So that's what I use these days, to run my interviews on a board as well too. And thank God for brand new technology. And for radio, it's just like, that's something I'll never retire from as long as my voice keeps up. And somebody asked me, what's my ideal way to die? Behind a microphone. And I encourage everybody, it's like, place your microphones right by my funeral in case you happen to go by, and maybe a microphone full of roses or something. So, just like a bouquet. So I have to say this is that I'm just being blessed here on TLB TV. This is the first time doing video here, and I hope I get some good support. And I do encourage feedback, by the way. There's a comment section. You can also, contact me on Facebook. You can also contact me on email as well, too, and just see how am I doing. And, hey, this is wrong, that's wrong, you're doing great. I mean, I encourage feedback from everybody, and I encourage you to spread the word about my program. But would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I look forward to, have you on again soon. And, of course, the big influence, I have to say, is my friends, my family, my lovely wife, Serena, my children, and parents and sisters, everybody else, and encourage me to follow the dreams and live your passion, and, just don't make a career out of something that you hate. So that's some of the mistakes I saw in people. It's like, I wish I would have done this and done that and I'm close to retirement. And I just say, what's wrong with starting it now? And some people get to a point where it's too late. And I encourage everybody, it's like, it's never too late to start loving what you do. It's like, no matter what age. And I got back in, it's like, oh my gosh, I think maybe around 40 or 42, just get back into radio second time around. And I think it's been just fantastic. I have to say that. So, and the best advice I can give to everybody is, like I said, is just simply be persistent, follow your dreams, and also take some good advice from people who have been in business, apply to yourself, and learn new things, and expand and take on every opportunity you can, because in this radio business or any other business, involving a microphone or TV or anything else, those opportunities are very hard to come by. So I encourage you guys to take up every opportunity. And of course, what's coming up as well too, I plan on having some special guests by video, so I'm going to work on that. I have myself to talk about what's on my mind. So I'll call like a pre-version of From the Mind of Mike Wagner, just talking about what's on my mind, what's going on in the world, and everything else. So I'll have some of that ready for you. And also, you can also go to my website at www.mikewagnervoiceover.com. That's www.mikewagnervoiceover.com. If you're looking for some voiceover work, here I am. Hit me up, call me, email, text, or whatever. And also, you can also go to themikewagnershow.com. That's www.themikewagnershow.com. You can also watch my interviews on YouTube and also SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And also go to TLB TV under The Mike Wagner Show. It's my landing page. You can catch that, TLB TV, The Mike Wagner Show, or just type in the words, The Liberty Beacon, Mike Wagner. So that's what you do, okay? Well, it looks like my time is up, and thanks for joining me here on the very first edition of the Mike Wagner Show on video. Mike Wagner signing off. Just want to say so long. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.